My social media algorithms are covered in movie news, so typically I'm pretty aware of what's being made and what's coming out, but occasionally a film or two will somehow fly past my radar until the trailer comes out, and sometimes they turn out to be very pleasant surprises. There have been two of those so far this year. The first was Project Hail Mary, directed by Phil Lord and Chris Miller. The second is The Sheep Detectives, produced by Phil Lord and Chris Miller. Two filmmakers whose careers I will be following more closely in the future, as I enjoyed both of these. The success of The Sheep Detectives, of course, cannot be completely contributed to them. It was directed by Kyle Balda, from a script by Craig Mazin, based on the book Three Bags Full by Leonie Swan. I don't have a problem with reboots and sequels and franchise films, but it is refreshing to have an original story on the big screen. If you can call an adaptation of the book an original story, but as far as films go, it's pretty original. And when an original film is done as well as this one, it makes it feel somehow even more unique and special. The talking farm animal aspect does remind me a bit of those films that we had mainly in the 90s and early 2000s, like Babe and Charlotte's Web, but this has a very different kind of tone and humor to those. It's a classic British murder mystery, but with a heart that goes a little beyond even that genre. Amidst themes of grief and acceptance of outsiders is a very good sense of humor. I really feel like Hollywood has learned how to do humor again. There was an era for a while where all the comedies felt like they were written by an 8-year-old boy, relying on shock and so called toilet gags to try and generate a response. But the humor from Mazin's script comes from the characters and the situations, bringing back a more sophisticated style of humor that I used to be afraid was lost to time. It helps as well that the sheep were very well executed. If the CGI had gone wrong, the whole thing could have fallen apart. But the combination of performances from a stellar voice cast and the great work of the animation team really sells these characters and makes them feel honest and real. I suspect that having a director whose previous credits mainly consist of Pixar and Illumination films probably helped with that. The human cast is great too, of course. Nicholas Braun in particular stood out to me as, well, yes, he's kind of in the role of the bumbling cop, but it's a role that feels expanded beyond what could have been just a very cliche character to a character that actually has a bit of an arc. And of course, you've got some other famous names in there like Patrick Stewart, Bryan Cranston, Hugh Jackman, of course. Emma Thompson, she's in there. She does a very good job. She doesn't have a large role, but, you know, she does well. She's Emma Thompson. So all in all, would I recommend this film for the whole family? Absolutely. It's good, clean, fun, family entertainment. All ages will, I think, come away with something they'll enjoy. With its unique premise, excellent acting, great storytelling, this is probably going to be one of the best films of the year. But let me know what you guys think. Did you see the movie? Are you going to see the movie? Let me know in the comments below, and I'll see you next time.